All right, welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host, Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from Austin, Texas, here with my co-host, Dakota. What up, Dakota?
Oh, switching things up a little bit. Oh, we're back for another week of road course racing. Let's break it all down. If we like it or not, I don't know, but let's get it, dude.
Let's do it. What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in. Rock, flag, and eagle.
Oh,
We are back.
boy. I don't even know where we've been.
I mean, the only thing to talk about is road course racing.
Road course racing. Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson. I mean,
He's back.
I feel so underwhelmed. Okay, Larson gets his fifth win and the number 5, the dub, cool. Watkins Glen delivered, but then at the end, I felt like it was just like I was almost finished. Like it was like, oh, Larson won. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was definitely a road course finish. And by the way, we will be talking about Indy Road Course, and of course, Nathan with a terrible comment per usual. So anyway, yeah, I feel like Watkins Glen, as we mentioned last week on the podcast, it's the king of the road courses. We're not a big road course podcast, if you haven't noticed, but we do enjoy Watkins Glen. And to your point, I think the finish felt like that because it was the ultimate like road course finish. You know what I mean? There was no late restarts. There was no, wrecks that cleared the field. It was just like the guys that were in the position to win won. I was watching with my wife and she was even like, well, how do you think the like top 5 is going to play out? And I can't remember how many laps were left, but I was like, exactly how it looks right now. Like, just being honest, like that's,
dude.
I mean, that's road course.
And TV was hyping it up. Everybody wants to talk about, Big Chase and, the road course god, but I feel like they were churching it up. I was like, Larson's getting through lap traffic. He's literally got this race in the bag unless yellow comes out. Like he's just racing, like plugging along, and then Chase is back there wheeling it. Of course, he's catching him a little, but they're like, he's coming. He's gonna get him. Does he have time? I'm like, dude, this is over. Like the last 10 laps, I was like, this is over. Like I was like, Chase Elliott might get second, and he mowed down Truex, but I think from the get-go, as soon as it seemed like the whole last 20 laps, I was like, well, this, unless the yellow happens, I think this one's over. I don't see Chase running them down. And they're like, I've seen people, if he didn't lock up his tires, he would have had it. Like, I don't think he would have. I think Chase.
Nah, I think Larson had it.
I think old cheating Chase and the 9 team.
So that's another thing we definitely need to mention. I mean, the fact that Chase Elliott drove up to the front, had obviously a strong second place finish, but I mean, I feel like nobody's addressing the fact that he cheated, and that's why he got second. I mean, let's be real; he's good at road courses.
Every time they cheat and go to the back, all of a sudden, miraculously, he's in the top 3.
Right.
Every freaking week. Christopher Bell cheating, and he's in second, getting wrecked by Larson. It's like, yo, hell, the 19. They're always cheating too. And if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Whatever, dude. Like, it's okay, but I want to see stiffer penalties. I want to see, hey, they're cheating. Like, they're suspended the whole damn race. Like, they're DQ'd.
That's the point, I think, is if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, because if the penalty means you start at the back, but you have the best equipment out there and you're going to be able to catch up to the front, then what's the downside of cheating?
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
You're going to make it up. Yeah.
Oh, we're still cheating. Oh, well.
Right. And thanks for the shout out. I
survived
COVID. I am alive. My taste and smell are officially back. So big news on that front. I'm 100%.
Beer tastes good again.
Yeah. In fact, let's do a taste test right now. No, that's weird. There's no taste to this.
Oh,
shit. That's because it's Michelob Ultra. You like that?
Good
you like that?
Yeah. Dude,
if we're going to do plugs, though, we do need to.
If I am ever like super fucked up and like beyond, like Dakota needs to quit drinking, you'll know it because I'll be drinking a Michelob Ultra.
Right. Yeah.
If I'm at the bar and you see me holding a Michelob Ultra, shut it down, get the keys to the truck. It's time to go. Because if I'm like trashed or tore up, I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't need a drink, but I want another beer. I'll get a Michelob Ultra.
Yeah, yeah. I don't hate them. I drink Coors Light. It's not like I drink some IPAs. I don't hate them,
Yeah.
but not my choice. My wife went to the
What a
grocery
crappy
store.
beer.
This is what's in the refrigerator. I'll drink it. Definitely no complaints. But yeah, if we're gonna do plugs, we definitely need to do a shout out. First of all, we are brought to you by Yeti. If you're gonna buy anything Yeti, use our link. It's in the description. If you're watching on YouTube, on Twitter, they don't have descriptions, so it is
We
what
need
it
to
is.
do an episode from one of the races where we're like sitting on our Gettys, like, what do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, that's it. Do a whole
Yeah.
podcast with Yeats on sitting on
Yeah.
Yetis. And that's another thing as we are brought to you once again by Yeats, our favorite sponsors. I know we're not supposed to pick favorites when it comes to sponsorships, but we love the Yeats. They are awesome. Look at that. Dude, we are wearing the same shades and then we're holding up the same like model shades.
It's a work in progress. More to
Yeah,
come. More to come.
I got so many of them here. We need to do another giveaway, even though Colton keeps bugging me. I had COVID, Colton. I can't send shit for 2 weeks. All right. The other winner on Instagram got his right away. He posted about it. So that was good. That was pre-COVID. Colton, I just don't like you as much. But yeah, 10% off discount code. You can look as cool as us. Chairgatin. 10% off discount code. I mean, they're like under $40 and they are awesome.
You can't beat it, dude. And you'll look like a cool motherfucker.
You'll look like a cool motherfucker. I get compliments. I go to the pool all the time and I rock these because they're like perfect pool sunglasses. Get compliments all the time.
Dude, Noah Gregson was rocking them like ugly ass Oakleys and was like,
I
what do y'all
know.
think? What do you think of my shades? I was like, looks
I
like
was
you need a
thinking
pair of
about
Yeats.
we need to reach out and be like, dude, we'll get you a pair of Yeats. Give us a shout out for those for a pair of Yeats. Yeah. So
son of a bitch, he likes my post. I damn shared it.
I know he's always
and he was
liking the
I was like,
shit. Yeah.
okay, Noah, we're gonna find you. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, he's active on social. He does like all my stuff. So
son of a bitch.
yeah, we'll have to get him a pair. Yeah, everybody look as cool as us. 10% off discount code Chairgatin. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I think we have to address the fact that Chase Elliott had a solid finish. He is good at road courses, so it's like it is expected, but he had a solid finish because he cheated. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I won some money off Chase Elliott last weekend because the odds, changed real quick when the news came out that he was starting from the back. And I was like, I know he's going to go up to the front because the equipment that he brought, like he got caught cheating. We all know he has the best equipment out there.
I mean, I called bullshit last year when all of a sudden, oh my gosh, the 9 fails tech at Phoenix. And I'm like, are you shitting me, dude? Like, it's over. It's over. And then, oh my God, he's almost wins the first stage. Like, are you kidding me? I just think we need stiffer penalties, man. I think they need to drop the hammer on these fools. Make cheating, if you get caught, like it is the worst thing that happened to you. Because it seems like and then Nathan always likes to plug like bring 10 things to the track. Maybe they catch 3 of them. Well, they didn't see the other 7 or some shit like that. It's like, yeah, dude, no. It's like it should be if you get caught with anything, you are screwed.
Right.
I want to see more. Bring the paddle with the principle. Make it. Yeah, hold them 2 laps. Bring it. Make it. Oh my God! Like you're automatically finishing P30 or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I do think the issue with disqualifying them completely from the race is like there are sponsors attached to it. They probably do. There's some kind of money issue there with NASCAR, I'm sure. But yeah, hold them for 2 laps. Do something like that to actually penalize them. I mean, think about it like this: if in another sport, if they're caught cheating or using steroids or something like that, they get in a lot of trouble, right? I mean, they'll be disqualified for like an entire game, maybe lose the season, stuff like that. NASCAR is just like part of the sport, unfortunately, that everyone cheats. And I think it's because they're so lenient when it comes to the penalties.
When you always see too, like, oh, the crew chief suspended 2 races. It's like, you don't think he has any plug on what's going on. You don't think like the millions of dollars going into this, they don't have it figured out. Like, hey, well, don't forget we're going to pit on lap 32. Like, dude, I just think it'd be like, hey, well, the driver's suspended, or oh, the whole team, like, go home, DNF. You don't even get the race because you cheated, you bastard. I think that would tighten up a lot, and I think with that we would see a lot different racing than we do. We wouldn't see Hendrick's nomination. We wouldn't see Gibbs
possibly.
We'd probably see a more even playing field, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah, and it makes me think like, how come it's always the top teams that get caught cheating? I mean, are the smaller teams just not cheating? Like, what's the deal here?
Well,
If
another
I'm
thing
one
is
of the smaller teams, I would be cheating.
they get a monetary fine. So like, what is 10 grand to, a crew chief at Joe Gibbs? But what is 10 grand to Rick Ware Racing? Is like, hey, they can't
Yeah,
afford to get caught cheating or getting fined and losing a crew chief.
that could be it. Yeah,
But
because
these other big teams, it's like, oh, that's Sunday money. We're fine.
yeah, it's just the fact that you can get caught cheating, start from the back, and finish P2. That just shows the problem with what's
Yeah.
going on here,
Oh
because
yeah.
clearly the penalty is not worth or is not bad enough to mitigate the risk.
We'll talk about it all year. It seems, I don't want to sit here and point fingers. They've all been caught. 4 teams been caught. 19's caught every week. It seems like the 9's caught every other week. Hell, was a couple weeks ago that it was almost all of Hendricks was busted. I don't know.
I have heard like people, in defense of the drivers, like maybe the drivers don't know. I mean, I don't know. I know people that have grown up racing out in California with Kyle Larson, and they have testified that Larson doesn't know anything about cars. He doesn't know how the equipment like works. He's not a mechanic at all. He's just a talented driver. So a guy like that maybe doesn't know. I mean, he just knows how to say like it's tight or it's loose. He doesn't know how the car works.
I feel like I've heard old war stories on Dale Jr. Download where he's like, yeah, the crew chief was kind of like, hey, don't mention this in the interview, or hey, don't even look down there under the car, like don't even worry about it. And the driver's like, all right, I don't want to know. And then also they're like, we're not going to tell him because we don't want him blabbing his mouth.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we need to we don't do shit. NASCAR needs to figure out some serious penalties. Maybe we should just start figuring out these things for them and proposing the solutions like for free, and just being like, we're fans and we want to see better quality on the track.
Well,
here you go.
They should just start like a
it.
fan council and we all put our opinions on there. That would make tons of sense.
Yeah, fan council.
Maybe that would work.
Yeah, and speaking of NASCAR and us being involved, I think you got the invite today, right? This morning, you got the email.
So, like, I was at work. We were at this power plant and stuff, and I was kind of like, I had an email, so I could kind of glance at my phone, and it was like, invited to such and such, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, I was like, did I win a sweepstakes or something? Because I don't know how the process goes. So I was like, oh my God. I was like, what are the odds I won some sweepstakes on the same weekend we're going to have the hookup? And I was like, this is bullshit. Because I didn't know like they would send an email like that. And I was like, dude, what? And I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. And I went and I was like, and I was looking, I was like, okay, this is what it is. I get it now. All right.
Oh yeah, it's serious. You got to register with your ID and everything. They take it very seriously.
Yeah, I still gotta do it.
When you go get all your stuff, they're gonna verify everything. Got the invite with the hot passes for Darlington, so y'all will get a lot of good content. Dakota is busy today, getting us some official polos made, so we're gonna look hella official down there.
Boy, it's gonna be head to toe legit, man.
Yeah, we're gonna look
I can't
good.
wait. It's gonna be big things coming down to.
Maybe we just slick our hair back with gel and look super official business like guys.
Smoking cigars.
Smoking cigars down there. Like, we gotta look as business.
Who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah, they'll be like, holy shit, do those guys like own a team? What is going on? Yeah,
we're looking to buy a charter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're here on behalf of Dale Jr. We're gonna buy a charter. Yeah, so we're excited about that. Obviously, that's going to be an awesome weekend. That's in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that.
I think it's like 4. No, 3.
I think it's 3.
3. It's like 3 from Sunday.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Okay. So we'll be there soon, I guess is the point. And then we're both going to be in Talladega as well. You got the Dega tickets. We got our crew getting together for that. So that's going to be wild. I'm sure a lot of other content creators are going to be out there because it's
We're going to miss you. We're going to miss you at Bristol.
You're going to miss me at Bristol. I mean, that one keeps slipping through my fingers.
I keep going to like 3 races in the next couple months. Shit.
Bristol every year is on my list at the beginning of the season. And then for whatever reason... every year I'm like, I'm going to go to Bristol this year. And for whatever reason, come Bristol, every single year, some shit comes up and I just can't do it. So
whenever you get the hell out of Texas, it'll probably be a lot easier for you.
Yeah. So if at any point in my life I leave Texas, which may or may not happen, and we move east, then yes, obviously I'll just drive up there. But
I'll
that's
chauffeur
the
you.
goal.
I know
That's the
I know a couple people up there. We'll make it happen.
Okay, we'll make it happen. Let's say next year. Let's put it on the calendar right now. Next year, I'm going.
All right.
All
I'll
right.
call my guy.
All right. Unfortunately, we don't have a short track to look forward to this weekend. We have Indy, and not the Indy we're used to, or at least the one we used to get. Which, by the way, I mean, I guess we'll talk about your tweet in a minute, but
I was gonna say, are we gonna skip straight over some of these Watkins Glen woes?
okay. Well, here, let me hear it. You got some in your head that you wanted to discuss?
Well,
I didn't think there was I mean, I guess there wasn't some things we
every
can point out.
Penske car went around at least once.
Yeah.
I don't know what Brad K and their team was smoking over the off weekend, but it was some good shit because the brakes were dialed in a little too good on the two car. It seemed like I think he spun 3 or 4 times. One time taking out his teammate Joey Logano for like second. He just came barreling in there backwards. And as much as like I hate to say it, I was like, well, it made for some good excitement. Like, oh fuck. The two's losing it all over the place. When he lost it for the lead, that was like, I didn't want the two to spin out in the lead, but it was like, oh shit. Like it was exciting. The leader spun out on his own. Like, when do we get to see that happen this day and age? Then he spun another time, took Joey out, and then he spun like a third time and saved it. He took Joey out. I guess Joey had it, but he got taken out. Ryan Blaney comes barreling through the bus stop and just totally misses the call and wrecks his ass. It was a bad day. I mean, there was like some Nashville street race or something. I don't even want to talk about fucking street racing.
IndyCar, I think.
Yeah, whatever. And so they wrecked all their cars. It was a bad day to be, Roger Penske's checkbook. They all fucked up. I think there was there was a caution for a Rick Ware car just sitting around. Other than that, there wasn't even cautions for the spins. Brad Keselowski saved it. There was a couple Ryan Newman spun out, I think, one time though. One thing is, we had a good little battle right there for the lead, which I appreciate. I'm going to say it on the record with our, anti-road course racing podcast, that Watkins Glen is the king of road courses.
Yeah,
we said it
I would
last
agree.
week.
Yep.
It day in or year in and year out, it shows up as the road course race to watch. If you want one, they're going to have one on the schedule. That's the number one. It delivered. Watkins Glen was a good race. This wasn't no barn burner, but it was good. It was good racing. It's the fast, paced road course. One thing I have a problem with as being a, what you want to ever call it, middle-aged historian of NASCAR racing is I miss the grass, man. I miss the grass and sand. And if you went off the track, you were fucked, or you just screwed your whole day up, or there was you had consequences if you got off track. One thing I was noticing watching the race was like the whole area is paved. It's like Coda, like you could just sling it over curbs, and save it and keep going. Like I remember back in the day, it was like, oh shit, and like the whole you took people out, whole calamity. I don't know. It is what it is.
I don't think you're alone in that thought. I saw a lot of people mentioning that. That's like the one downside is
especially what their carousel or whatever they want to call it,
the bus stop.
Yeah, well, like there's the bus stop and then their big sweep.
Oh,
dudes they're going off like 50 yards over the track surface and coming back on, and it's like that used to be grass, man. I just think it led for more mistakes and more, guy messed up. Now this guy's catching them, or oh my god, a huge wreck. I mean, I don't want to see guys get hurt, but I want to see some drama play out. It was a good race, though. It was a good race.
We got some feedback on your new setup. Apparently, you don't have a lot of fans with this new setup.
I guess this is a one and done.
It looks like he might be going back. He is very self-conscious about it, so I think that just ruined it for him. The rest of the podcast, he's going to be thinking about it now. Yeah, thanks a lot.
I'm trying to switch it up. Jeez.
Yeah, so no, I agree, and I think most people agree, at least on that front. When it comes to road course racing, I think even the short track and the oval fans like ourselves still do like Watkins Glen. Like, we're not against all road courses. There are some that we definitely like.
I had a funny story, and I was like, I gotta tell Rattlesnake this. Oh my gosh.
Hey, by the way, I have a Gordon car right next to an Earnhardt poster.
You want to know how I got the Gordon sign right next to the Earnhardt flag? Because this was my mom's calendar, you asshole.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyways, no, that was my mom's calendar. I found it in her stuff, so I've always kept it.
Nice.
It's cool stuff. So I just put it up for profiling purposes. uh, so we were sitting at Hooters, watching the race.
Always how a story starts in a good
drinking
way.
some beers.
We're sitting at Hooters.
We're sitting at the bar. I'm watching the race. I'm tuned in, eating some wings, drinking some beers. It's a great time. And the bar's filled. Like, there's dudes all around. And there's like these two college guys behind me. I guess they're in college. I don't know. They were younger, but not young. They were older. I don't know. They're sitting behind me, and I got the race on. There's baseball and golf and stuff, and I'm zoned in watching the race. And these guys like, man, I haven't watched a NASCAR race in forever. And so I'm like I just heard him say NASCAR, and I tapped my wife like, listen to this shit, and he was like, yeah, man. He was like, you seeing it was Watkins Glen. He's like, it's really pretty cool to see them like branching out and like doing different tracks, not just turning left. And I was like, I was like, son of a bitch.
So that's
the audience.
We can jump right in. We can jump right into this. I think this is going to be a big chunk of it. But
my biggest thing was I was like, hey, what up, Rusty? My biggest thing. Oh,
we love you, Rusty. You're our favorite. We're all in love with you. Come on the show. Rusty, I DM'd you. Hit me up. Actually, he might have responded since this. Yeah. I haven't checked, but
check your DMs.
Come back on the show. We need you to talk about that game.
So, but my thing was like, dude, they've been racing Watkins Glen since like 57. Like, they've always gone to Watkins Glen. And my whole thing was like, they've always gone to Watkins Glen. It's an old road course, but these guys were like, it's cool to see them going to these new tracks.
Yeah.
And I was like, glad they were paying attention, but pissed off because this was it. Like, this was what NASCAR wants. And I was
this is what Twitter says. Yeah.
Yes, this is Twitter fam right here. I was like, fuck.
Well, so Cheers, Rusty. I figured I was not the only one hitting you up about that. Hope you come back on the show.
We need to work out them Dega details with Rusty.
Yeah, that's true. Rusty, come on, like next week if you can. We're gonna figure it out. But yeah, to your point, I mean, we can just go right into this. Your tweet that blew up, but essentially, that is the best real life example of the divide, because you have these young guys behind you that admitted that they don't watch NASCAR. Yeah, like they might have a few times in their life.
He said, I haven't watched NASCAR in so long.
Right. So they're not fans, right? No. But yet they're the ones clamoring for more road courses.
Yeah. And he said
that's,
he thought it was
the best example.
He thought it was cool. And it's like, I appreciate road courses. I just don't want them shoved down my fucking throat.
Right. I think that's the point, is we're the anti-road course podcast, but we don't hate road courses. We think,
it's you can have too much of something and make it sour. Like, it's, I think 4 is a good number. I'm fine with that. Y'all gave us the Roval. That's fine. Whatever. I'll let you have it. But Jesus Christ. And like we've said, we're talking about a damn city course. I don't want to go there.
Oh my God. But, let's not even get into that.
Like, it's too much, man.
I mean, I think
donkey too much.
I think the addition of Coda is probably fine. Granted, we didn't really get to see a real race there this year, but I understand that they wanted to get into the Austin market. And if that works out, then good for them. That's where they should be. That's fine. But we don't need 7. They're going to go to like 10, eventually it's just going to keep going.
I can see it being half and half.
Don't.
At this rate, I don't want to.
I'm done podcasting when that happens.
At this rate,
this podcast won't be a NASCAR podcast anymore. It's going to change if it is half the schedule. But at this rate, you're right. I mean, that might be, maybe that's my line that I'm drawing, is road courses. That might be, I always talk about how people, NASCAR fans need to draw the line. NASCAR fans need to draw the line in the sand and say, I'll stop supporting the sport when they do this. Maybe it's road courses for me. Maybe that is it. But it has to be like half the schedule or close to it. I mean, they would have to add a shit ton of road courses for me to not want to watch anymore. Either way, you had a tweet that kind of blew up. I didn't even see it until you told me about it.
I kept getting on Twitter like, what? Oh my gosh. People know my name. And it was, I think it's a house divided. I don't know if everybody saw it, but
I think you got ratioed, as the kids call it, because you had like 30 responses.
I keep seeing that. That's what the kids are saying is a
ratio. Because you had about as many responses as you did retweets. And so what they're saying is retweets mean they agree with you. Responses usually, I guess, mean they don't agree with you. I mean, even though at least half the responses agreed with you. So yeah, I think you got ratioed. That's what they call it.
Yeah, that's what the kids are saying. I see that on Twitter. So yeah, I mean, I was just in my feels last night, and I was like, I am an old school, appreciative Brickyard 400 fan. I fucking love Indy. There's been some,
You have been like one of the
lackluster-
few guys that will defend
I
Brickyard 400.
I literally last year said, like, because we were talking about COVID's over and we're going to races. Last year, I was telling some boys from up north, I said, I want to go to the Brickyard next year. I said, it's been on my bucket list. I'm going to the Brickyard. I said, I'm going to try to go next year. I want to go to Indy. And then literally like a couple weeks later, there was a schedule and it was the road course. And I was like, well, I guess those dreams are fucking shattered. I ain't going to fucking Indy. It was terrible. So yeah, I'm not going up there to watch that crap. But I've been I freaking love the Brickyard. I remember when it was such a huge deal. The giant crowds that used to be, the awesome nostalgic racing I watched growing up. Yeah, what was the one where Truex took out Kyle Busch and they wrecked and like then it was a barn burner finish and Case Kane won? To me, that was the best. I think it was 17 or 18. Nathan will correct me in the comments.
I feel like it was older than that even, but maybe not.
It was somewhere in there. I want to say 17. But it was a barn burner race. To me, the best race of the year. It was freaking nuts. Jimmy Johnson's blowing up, sending it into 3. Like, what more do you want? Classic, great race. And yeah, the race is boring. Well, to me, it's right there where the race is boring. Okay, so you think Atlanta's boring, but you don't go. It's like you think Indy's boring, but you're not there. It's like it's a racer fans racetrack. Like you have to appreciate what it is and everything it is.
So Nathan's take is that he thinks that Indy Road Course will be better than the last 5 oval races. I think he's just trying to trigger us because
exactly. That's
just an absurd thing to say.
Maneuver. I've seen this time and time again.
It's an absurd thing to say. Come on.
So I said am I the only one that's bothered that the Brickyard 400 isn't this weekend? We're going to this Indy Road Course, and that's another thing. We've already added 18 god dang freaking road courses. Let's throw another one in there. Indy Road Course? Are we serious? Is this a joke? And I blame it on the Xfinity barn burner race we had last year with a four wide battle with 3 to go. Great race. Put on a great show. However, we see that we're like, put cop cars on there. So this weekend, when Kyle Larson checks out and gets a pit road penalty and Chase Elliott wins with a 13-second lead, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit about how, we wish we were on the oval. We wish we had a good Brickyard 400. Here's another thing is like, guys who grew up this is Indianapolis. This is the iconic American racetrack from forever ago. And now it doesn't count and doesn't mean shit because it's the made-up road course. We threw some cones out and we called it a track. And now this win doesn't mean shit in my eyes as a fan. I grew up watching it. I remember watching Tony and Kevin battle it out. And, Tony climbed the fence for the first time. I remember those days. And it was freaking awesome. And
I mean, I understand the criticism for the Brickyard 400. I'm not going to die on that hill like you will. But at the end of the day, I would rather have that than another road course on the schedule. And I think that's, at least for me and a lot of other fans that just are getting tired of these road courses, I think that's the bottom line was the Brickyard 400 my favorite race of the year? No, it never was. It probably never will be. But I would rather have that than an additional road course. We have too many road courses. And I don't know what else. We had a 2-week break, and now we have 2 weeks back to back of road course racing. I just can't get that excited about it. It's tough.
Just like you were just saying, is like, okay, the Daytona road course was like, okay, I get it. We can't go to California. Let's throw this on here. It's convenient. Whatever. Wasn't pleased with that show. I don't ever want to go back there and do that again. And if the Clash is on the road course next year, I don't know if I'm going to watch. But I probably will because it might be the new cars. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, you'll watch.
So, all right. 8 road courses later, we're at Indy Road Course. Back-to-back road courses, might I add.
Yeah.
It's a little much, dude.
It's way too much. I can't take it.
Am I the only one? Like, I know there's a little bit of us that are like, dude, like, come on. I'm sick of this shit. I don't want to watch this.
I bet if you posted that same thing on a Facebook group, you'd get a
Oh,
lot of
dude, I'd
love
probably
because it's
see
all the
worse.
50-year-olds.
I'd probably see a lot worse language and vocabulary.
Oh no, I disagree. I think they would support you because it's all the old
I think
guys.
they'd support me and throw in some bad vocabulary and some improper grammar. But dude, I don't want to. I don't know. I hate to sound so negative. It's like I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna see what it is. But
You're definitely gonna watch it.
I didn't think the Xfinity Road Course race last year was that good. The finish was crazy, but they're literally going like 12 miles an hour in some of these corners. Like I'm not about it. Not about it.
Okay, so how do you feel about the Charlotte Roval?
So I literally was about to get there.
Okay.
This is a third edition of a Roval road course.
Right.
And okay, I was hesitant at first when we went to Charlotte Roval, but I was on the team that 2 Charlotte dates. It was like one of them didn't mean shit, and one of them was the Coke 600.
Yeah. So like, let's give it a try.
So I was like, okay, let's see how it does. I was very like, this is not good. This is not going to go well, and it was freaking nuts. The race was nuts. It was crazy. Well, then, okay, the Roval's a success. Let's do the Roval. Let's keep the Roval. I'm about it. Oh, let's try the Daytona Roval. Like, no, we didn't say that shit. Hold up. Let's try the Indy Roval. Like,
just wait for the Talladega Roval.
Stop. You're getting out of control. With this just in, I have a report. What is that? Love you. Oh my gosh, special report. This just in.
Our mascot, our podcast mascot.
Podcast mascot.
Yeah, so I brought up Charlotte because it's similar, right? They're taking, I mean, is Indy even an oval? I mean, it's such a weird shape. But regardless, they're taking a track that we usually race at in oval and turning it into a road course. And so that's why I brought that up, because that's a good comparison. I mean, Charlotte was like the first one they did it at, and I agree. I actually enjoyed it, and I don't mind it being on the schedule, but I just feel like we are going way too far with this. Daytona, Indy. This is a trend that I'm not a fan of.
And is that even a thing too, to where it's not even that it's Indy Road Course? To me, it is, but it's that, God damn it, why are we adding another road course?
Oh, that's 100% what it is for me.
Y'all didn't have to do this.
Yeah,
like this didn't have to be a thing.
Yeah, that's 100% what it is for me. I know some people are not fans of the Brickyard 400. I'm kind of indifferent about it. I think it's a fine race. I enjoy it when it's on the schedule. And like you said, there have been some really good races there.
I'm totally fine with the Brickyard. I love the Brickyard. To me, it was always like, oh shit, the Brickyard, a crown jewel. We have like 4 crown jewels. Now we have 3. Hey, look, we have a crown jewel race. Let's take it off schedule.
Do you think the Brickyard 400 was truly a NASCAR crown jewel, though?
I think it was.
Or was it just kind of promoted as that?
I think it was for the drivers more than it was for the fans.
You're right, because it's Indy. So it's like a special thing for them.
It's a special thing. I'm just trying to live out my Dale Earnhardt dreams here. And it was a big deal to Dale Earnhardt. It was a big deal to me.
That's a good point.
Jeff Gordon loved it. Tony Stewart. All drivers talk about like they wanted to win at Indy. That's a huge deal to them.
Yeah, just because of the track itself.
Crossing past Indy to NASCAR.
Yeah,
like,
as a race car driver, that's a big deal. Yeah, that's a good point.
And another thing I saw in the comments on my tweet was people were like, that the fans haven't been sold out for years. Since when the fuck does that matter if we had a good race or not?
I mean, the fans haven't been sold out at pretty much every
with
track
any race years. We've always talked about. Right. I always see people like there was hardly anybody there. What the hell does that have to do with who won and how the racing was? Yeah, I can't make people buy tickets and go to the race. I admit the shit's expensive and not everybody has, people to talk to. But, if people on Twitter complain, aren't the people at the racetrack. It's 2 different worlds.
And that's what we've mentioned in previous episodes, where they just need to ask fans like actually at the racetrack, because those are your real fans. Those are the ones attending races. They might only attend 1 race a year because that's, depending on where they live, but those are the real fans, not the people tweeting about it, not the people with the anime avatars. Because I don't think those people attend races.
I literally had like 2 or 3 of them on that tweet.
Oh my god, they come regardless.
I almost screenshotted them because it was the avatar emoji and they were saying some dumb shit like,
of course they were. I can tell you the opinion of every person on Twitter with an anime avatar.
I can just screenshot their name.
It's an army.
And and they were like, oh, go cry about it. And I was like, what?
It's like I can tell you the opinion on the Bible if I meet a Christian because they believe in the Bible, and that's if I meet somebody with an anime avatar on Twitter, I'm like, I know his opinions on almost all things.
And dude, it just kills me. Like just how divided the comments were on that tweet. Like I was just talking about like how I missed the oval and I like the oval, and people were like, "Oh yeah, cry me a fucking river, crybaby." And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
they're
what?
really
And
they're really
I
aggressive.
see other tweets where they're like, "Oh yeah, I love that ever since my first race in 2015," and I'm like, "What? I'm like, I'm glad you're a fan. I'm glad you're getting into it. I appreciate you, but leave your comments over there
I'm
in the
not.
trash."
Fuck you. Stop watching. No,
I'm just saying,
they're really aggressive as well.
it's those kids that are like, I've been watching since 2012, bitch. And I'm like, what? Like,
Right.
what? Like,
Yeah,
they don't remember pre-COT. Like, they don't
by
even
the
know
way,
what that was.
I'm hearing an echo of myself all of a sudden now.
Oh, shit. Is it this thing?
I don't know.
Test.
I can hear that.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man. I'll
I
back
don't know.
up.
Maybe
Technical
unplug the mic.
Hold up.
Give that a try. And now he's muted.
No.
Give it a hold on, let me try it out. Testing. Yeah, we're good now. Okay, so anyway, yeah, first of all, I don't care. They can stop watching for all I care because they completely disagree with me on everything when it comes to opinions on NASCAR. But more importantly, yeah, they're surprisingly aggressive for little teenage kids. They will anytime you disagree with them, one of their best comebacks is like, then stop watching. Like, oh no, the sport's really gonna miss you. And they'll
Yeah.
call you like some old guy, and you're like, dude, I'm 30. Like
Yeah.
I'm not like in my 60s, dude. I'm probably like 10 years older than you. Calm down.
Yeah, it's a whole ass mess, dude. It's these damn kids, Twitter kids. We'll have to have an off-season like topic. Like we need to just save screenshots and show
Yeah.
them and be like on today on Twitter, a whole episode of like funniest Twitter comments of the week. That's a good section. We ought to do that.
I used to make these memes, and it was kind of a series of like the fans that you see at NASCAR and the generic fans, right? So it would be like a husband and wife, in their late 50s. They're Kevin Harvick fans, and they always stand up and do this when Harvick's going by, stuff like
Dude,
that.
That's me.
Yeah, I know. I made this before I met you, and then I met you. I was like, damn, I got him. So yeah,
Yep.
I used to make those. I made them for the Chase Elliott fans that have like never been to races. I need to make one of just like an anime person and just write the shit that the anime fans do. So yeah, I don't like them in the sport, and I disagree with them on pretty much everything fundamental. I know that's not like a nice thing to say, and we're supposed to welcome everybody into the sport, but I disagree. If you disagree with me on everything that you think is good about the sport and what the sport should do, then I don't want you in the sport. Straight up.
If you just love being bent over a barrel, I'm not about it.
If you love the number placements, if you love the single lug nut, if you love road course racing, all these things, I don't want you as a fan of the sport. I know I can't dictate. I know I can't dictate if you're a fan of the sport. That's fine. Whatever. Just personally, if you gave me the choice, I wouldn't want you here because I think you're part of the problem in NASCAR right now. And they probably think the same thing about me, and that's fine. I don't care. You're not going to change my opinion.
What are you, a redneck?
Yeah, kind of. Kind of. I mean, that's why I'm a NASCAR fan.
Get out, boomer.
That used to be a thing. Well, if you're a NASCAR fan, people were like, oh, you're a redneck. And it's like, maybe a little bit. Who cares?
That was a bad thing?
Exactly. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. We're more fun.
Maybe.
So yeah, we have Indy to look forward to, and I am just not looking forward to it. I'm not excited. It's really sad.
That's another thing, as I think it being the week after Watkins Glen takes the luster off this. Okay, you're going to pitch this.
That's a good point.
First time Indy Road Course idea is like, well, how the fuck can I even be excited about it? Because I just saw this shit last week, and now you're doing this shit again. I'm more excited for Michigan right now than I am for Indy Road Course this weekend.
Wow. Dropping bombs.
We're going Indy Road Course, Michigan, Daytona. We all are excited for Daytona. However, we got Michigan coming up. Like I'm more like, ooh, who's gonna be fast there? Let's
This
get
is how.
let's get this road course out of the way.
Okay, you said you're more excited for Michigan, which is saying something. This is how little I care about all these road course races. If you said we can take one road course race off the schedule, but we're going to have to replace it with bringing back Kentucky, I would 100% say, let's go back to Kentucky.
I would take Kentucky over Indy Road Course.
I would, just because I have way too many road courses now. I'm not saying I like Kentucky. Kentucky, obviously, did not produce great races for the last, number of years, and that's why they took it off. I would say let's go back. I'd say let's go back to Chicagoland. I mean,
that's the thing. We were talking the other day in a group message was, I'd rather the Indy Oval, or would you rather the Indy Oval or the Indy Road Course? And it's like, I'd rather not go to Indy at all than go to the Indy Road Course. Like, just like you're saying with Kentucky, it's like, either give me the Oval or don't go there at all.
So if they give you the choice, the only Indy we go to is the Indy Road Course, or we're going back to. What's your least favorite race on the schedule?
Oh my gosh, that's a toughie right now because
Oval.
Everything's been spitting.
Oval.
Everything's been spitting.
No, the last couple, it doesn't matter. Kentucky, Chicagoland.
I hate. Oh God, I hate to say it.
Okay.
I think this is not okay that I'm saying this.
All right. Atlanta.
I'm gonna say Dover.
Oh, interesting.
I feel like Dover's put on a snooze fest the last couple of years. And I would partially blame the package. I like Dover. I think Dover's sick. However, cool already Dover race, but I've been least entertained. This has moved up in this position because it used to be New Hampshire. The last 4 or 5 years, dude, New Hampshire's put on a fucking
That's
show.
A good point.
New Hampshire, I used to be like, I never want to go to that track. I don't ever want to fucking see this. I'm going to watch it, but let's get this over with. New Hampshire last couple of years, man, has just come along and really become its own animal, and I like New Hampshire.
Okay, so let me ask you this. You are given the choice. We go to Indy Road Course, or we go back to Dover this weekend?
Dover.
Damn, you really hate Indy Road Course.
Yeah. I feel like there's probably one I'm forgetting where I'm like, yeah, we could do without that. And then here, that opens up the debate to the 2-date thing. A lot of tracks have 2 dates, and it's like, well, why do we go here 2 times? As a big of an Atlanta fan, I don't really know why we got 2 dates. I feel like it was a COVID thing. But then they're talking about giving them 2 dates next year, and I get, well, you just got to repave. You're going to get 2 dates.
I understand 2 dates for places like Texas, and now we don't have 2 dates because we have Austin. But for Texans, it was really hard to go to any other track. So I kind of understand.
You get Dakota, an all-star, and a playoff race.
Well, now this year, but usually before this year, we had the 2 Texas Motor Speedway races, right? And for Texan, the next closest track is Kansas, depending on where you live. I live in the middle of the state. Next closest track is Kansas City, 10 hours if you're driving fast. And then Dega, 12 hours. So I understand certain regions that need to races because they're like, dude, we barely can ever go to a race. And if I can't make one. So I get that. I'm not totally against the 2 races.
We took Chicago off the schedule. We're going to Indy Road Course. The fuck? Like, what the fuck are we doing? It drives me nuts.
So were you a fan of Chicago?
Chicago to me was the best mile and a half we had on the schedule.
Whoa.
Chicago the last 5 years has been nothing but nuts.
Well, they're talking about putting the Chicago street course in now, and
shoot me in the fucking feet.
I'm pretty sure you took Chicago off because no one went to that race. I mean, you want to talk about attendance? That attendance.
I mean, I don't even want to talk about markets, but racing wise, Chicago put on the best show year in and year out.
That was a big blow for you.
It was just getting right, dude. Perfect. Do you not remember the Kyle Larson fucking debacle? That was the most insane racing I've seen in the last 6-7 years. Insane racing. The playoff race, I think 2015. Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick door slamming and wrecking it into 3 for the playoff. That was peak playoffs chase. Oh shit! The opener of the playoffs. It's gonna be a bloodbath. And it was awesome. And then we straight took it off schedule, and I have no idea why. But it is what it is. I know people like to say cookie cutter and T-shaped ovals or whatever, but I'll take going to Las Vegas, Kansas, Atlanta 8 times in a year over Indy Road Course.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not really sure why they took Kentucky off, other than just like people weren't big fans of it. I
I heard
don't
it was
know.
like a market thing, and the race sucked. Like people hated that race.
Yeah, because you would think the state of Kentucky would fully embrace NASCAR, but I don't know if you've ever been to that track.
Nope.
I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere, and it's on the edge of the state, like on the border between Indiana and Kentucky, and
Yeah.
between Cincinnati and Louisville. And
Yeah.
I feel like if you want NASCAR fans, you need to head out towards the mountains, and it was the opposite side. I mean, it's
Towards the Poconos.
no, it's not, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm so sick and tired of these road courses, to be honest. And when we saw the schedule at the beginning of the season, me and you discussed this, and we both knew that we were gonna get sick and tired of road courses about at this time.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are more like, yeah, can we like do something else?
Yeah, I think most people are, unless you're on Twitter and you have an anime as your little avatar on Twitter. You probably love this. So
A little anime.
Yeah. Not much to look forward to there, but playoffs are coming up. We'll be at the first playoff race.
Dude, I'm like, as it tightens up, and I feel like the battle's unless some crazy Eric Almirola stuff happens and people get some dubs and get in there, I think we're set. Maybe the battle with Tyler Reddick.
But we have
Tyler
Daytona.
Reddick there is on the bubble. Kevin's a 95-point gap.
We have Daytona.
Daytona, that's another thing. Is like
you can't cancel anything out with Daytona on the schedule.
Well, that's the thing. So if Reddick stays in plus 15, I imagine there's going to be that's the margin. Kevin's in he's in the red. I think Denny's safe regardless, and we'd have to have 3 new winners the next 3 races.
Yeah, I think Denny's in.
Harvick. So it's Kevin safe. Harvick or Reddick. Are they staying or are they going? And
Daytona is going to tell.
Kevin's in the danger zone. Reddick is on the bubble. So right now, if we were going to Daytona right now, if somebody back there wins, Reddick's out. Kevin's still in. Right. But say we get a surprise winner this weekend. Reddick's out. That guy's in. Now Kevin's on the bubble.
I doubt we will.
I don't see it.
I can't remember who said it on the podcast. Oh, you know what? I think I was on Colton's podcast. The Fan Fuel podcast. Everybody check that out. How'd it go? Oh, it was fun. Yeah, everybody check that out if you get the chance. I was on that, and we were discussing this weeks ago. And I said, really, the only like change that's going to happen moving forward, I think it was right after the Almirola thing, was me saying, Daytona, right? That's the most likely. And they all disagreed. They were like, nah, it's going to be like somebody normal that wins at Daytona. And I'm like, yeah, but like you can't. It's Daytona. That's the whole point.
Remember that freaking house fire of a race last year when Byron won?
I mean, this year, the beginning of this season at Daytona. Yeah. I mean, Austin Dillon won.
Daytona is going to be
Bubba Wallace got second. I mean,
Daytona is going to be nuts.
So Daytona's always. I'm not saying for sure it's going to be some new winner or anything. I mean, if you had to put money on it, it would be Kyle Larson or some other guy we've seen. But that's the most likely chance for somebody that hasn't won yet to get a win. They were all arguing that like Michigan and the road course, and I was like, first of all, we're not going to see a new winner in the road course. I don't think.
I expect a Larson road course Elliott win this weekend, and I expect
Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Martin Truex Jr. Those 4 guys.
I expect like a Penske win next at Michigan, and then Daytona to be nuts.
That's why I was so blown away with their opinion that they were so staunch against me on this one, and I was like, really? That is not at all how I see this playing out. If anybody's going to sneak their way in there, it's going to be Daytona. And at Daytona, anything goes. Any driver could win at Daytona.
Ricky Stenhouse has got a super good shot at it.
Ricky Stenhouse, he's good at super speedways.
And if somebody back there does win, the typical Twitter kids are going to be like, he didn't deserve it.
He didn't deserve it.
He didn't deserve it from 20th.
I see that all the time on Twitter. They're like, Eric Almirola and Michael McDowell shouldn't even be there.
He took it from somebody else. Like who? What?
What? No. Austin Dillon, because he was next in line for points. I mean,
he took it from Daniel Suarez. How dare he?
I'm an Austin Dillon fan, and I'll tell you that, like, at the end of the day, if you don't win, like, should you even be there? You know what I mean?
Play by the rules that are laid out before you.
I want to see winners there. That's the point. I want to see the guys that actually
year's winners and best deserving duke it out. And as they are eliminated, like other sports playoffs, I want to see them eliminated. Right. And I want the cream of the crop at the final race to battle to the death for the championship. That's what I want to
Literally.
see. That's what I want to see.
Literally, I want to see
love
them battle to the death.
huge. I'm an old school fan with a huge advocate of the playoffs. You know, people are like, I hate the playoffs. Get rid of the playoffs. I'm like, you didn't endure. And they're also like, my first race was 2015. They also didn't endure the old days of, watching crap ass point systems.
I think also Jimmy Johnson swayed you on that as well, but
Jimmy Johnson kind of ruined it for a lot of us.
he did.
Respect the shit out of him.
Are you worried that we're coming into another Jimmy Johnson era with Kyle Larson?
I don't think that's what's gonna happen. And I almost want to put money that he doesn't even win championship this year.
Whoa.
No, I almost.
Who's gonna win?
What keeps killing me
Kyle
is
Busch?
I keep seeing. We don't know. What I keep seeing is like Larson's got it wrapped up. He's gonna be your champion. I'm like,
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
We did this last year. We did just because he's winning and he's hot shit right now. Doesn't mean he's gonna win championship.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
What if he finishes 12th at Phoenix? I mean,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, yeah, I will put money he's in the Final Four. Winning championship's a different story.
It all comes down to one race, right? Anything can happen, so that's tough.
What if he blows the right front tire?
I would say he's the favorite, but you said that you would put money on him not winning. So I'm asking, who do you think will win? Since you're willing to put money down.
I think we talked about this before too. Well, it depends who's in the Final Four.
All right, here's the Final Four. Let me just give you a Final Four, and you tell me who wins.
This is tough shit right now.
Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch. I mean, really, like those are the guys I think will probably end up there. Anything can happen, but if I had to make a pick right now, I think those are the guys.
Kyle Busch.
Yeah, Kyle Busch is a good pick. I would probably go Kyle Larson, then Kyle Busch, then Chase Elliott, then Martin Truex Jr.
The only thing is Martin Truex won the spring race. I know it's two different races, la-di-da.
Right.
But he's got some hot he hasn't won in a while, honestly, since Darlington spring race. But he's been consistently top 5, top 10. Mm-hmm. But Martin Truex won the spring race at Phoenix. We're going back there. If Chase Elliott's there, if they cheat, they're going to win. Right. So the 5 car is going to be a threat. But I mean, I don't know. I could totally see a choke artist move by Larson and they're making Final Four and then just running like P9. Or
I don't think
having a late
I think his choke artist days are over.
I don't know.
I think he's
if he wins, I applaud him, and I will totally eat my words. I would love to see Larson win it.
I think he probably will.
I think it'd be a huge comeback story and a badass move, pimp move by him. However, you're gonna have to win the race. I think Kyle Busch is gonna be fast through the whole playoffs all the way to Phoenix.
Well, you want to? Speaking of picks, you want to wrap this up with some picks?
Yeah, I can totally wrap up with some picks. I love wrapping up with picks. I almost wanted to say like, oh, when you look back at last week's picks, but I think you picked Chase Elliott and I picked Martin Truex. But I don't remember a wild card.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. And they finished 2 and 3.
Right.
So I mean, hey, we're not bad over here. If you're
road course racing, it's not that hard.
You're trying to create a pick list. Yeah, road course racing. We're gonna pick 3 guys and they might be up front. The other thing is it's this crap package with the crap road courses is like, so who's gonna win? Martin Truex, Chase Elliott, or Kyle Larson?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Truex is going to finish 3rd, and Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott are going to.
They're all going to be up there, or somebody's going to wreck.
All right, so if we're going to roll into this week's At the Line picks, I'm going to come off swinging and say, who you got, Kyle Larson or Chase Elliott?
You know what? I'll go Larson.
Ooh.
Because I think it would be really interesting to see him go back-to-back road course wins.
I feel like it's like a sit down, Chase. Your time's over.
Exactly. I don't know if it'll happen. It would just be kind of cool to see.
It would be cool.
Where Larson just proves his dominance.
That's another thing that kind of bothered me was I am a total Dark Knight Larson fan. Like I like that he is saying fuck the world.
If he had cooler merch, I would start buying his shit.
He has some sick merch. You ain't been to races.
I don't think his merch is sick.
I like that he's setting the world on fire and taking no prisoners and fuck all you betrayers. I like that aspect. However, I was like, it was a good Watkins Glen race, but then I was like, oh, Larson won again. Like, okay. Right. But I was like, I'm glad he won, but okay.
Good for him. Well, that's what I'm saying. Are you worried about a future Jimmy Johnson situation?
So
where you start to just get annoyed of it?
Here it is. I think Chase is probably going to spank the Indy Road Course and cheat his way to another win.
Just because he's mad that he didn't get that one.
Yeah, and it's going to be like Larson versus Chase. They're winning all the road courses. Who can win the most kind of deal.
That's true. It would be a good
And
storyline.
they won't shut up about how Chase races 8 road courses a year, but he's almost tied Jeff Gordon's 2 a year for 20 years. That's a whole nother story I'm pissed about. So I don't think it's fair, but they won't shut up about that. So I think Chase if he doesn't win the road course, he wins the Roval. It is what it is. I'm gonna go Chase just to bet against you.
That's fair. By the way, I know we're wrapping it up, but I'm still cracking my last one.
I just opened this one.
There we go. All right, let's do it.
Playoff buddies. Tyler Reddick or Austin Dillon?
Yeah. Tyler Reddick by a mile.
Yeah, Reddick is saucy on these.
I'm going to talk about Reddick in a minute.
Okay, he was good.
Don't worry.
Good. Oh, wow. He was good. He was good at Watkins Glen. Like, he can wheel it. He's a wheel man.
He's underrated.
I like Austin Dillon I know he's your boy, but I feel like he's just been kind of like off the fucking radar like the last 3 or 4 months. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
he was in the playoffs in points. Don't forget. So he has been consistent.
Yeah, he got eliminated with Eric's win.
He has been consistent enough to be like pointing his way to the playoffs, which I said at the beginning of the season he might do. So yeah.
However, how did you like that Country Channel paint scheme?
Loved it.
I loved it. The John Wayne. I was like
the John Wayne thing. My God. I keep tweeting them. Like, where's the merch for this?
Yeah, it was a sick paint scheme.
Okay.
Honestly.
Well, you will get to meet the family. You will get to meet his grandfather and him in Darlington.
I will shit a brick.
I think you're gonna start being a fan. He's a very nice guy. He's been on my podcast twice.
I'll bring the flag.
Extremely nice.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Reddick too because Dylan just lost the pizzazz. He's just there, man. I want to see more from the 3 car.
I need a fire lit under his ass, but more importantly, Reddick is like a sleeper road course guy.
Yeah. Paul at Coda, he's been fast at these road courses. We get to talk about him every week because we're road coursing every week now. We're the NASCAR Road Course Series. All right. Martin Truex or Christopher Bell? Christopher Bell was second before he was.
I know. That's why it's making me
the evil 5 car.
So it's making me think a little bit. I still am gonna have to go Martin Truex just because that's the safe pick.
I think Bell has a good car.
It would be cool to see Bell.
He's got some road course talent, but Truex,
he does.
King Daddy when it comes to that. I think Truex will take it as well.
Bell has pretty good odds actually for this race when you're looking at like placing bets. I like to look at it for like the what do we call it? Wild card pick. And I was thinking about him, but then I looked at his odds and I was like, he's not really a wild card.
Well, he's got to win this year, so he's not a wild card automatically.
Well, yeah, and I think he's just really good at road course racing, and so I think the Vegas is like, nah, y'all aren't scamming us on that one.
Here's a good one.
All right,
Austin Cindric in the 33 car or Chase Briscoe in the 14.
Man,
that is a good one.
I'm gonna go Cindric just because he's retired. He's after this.
Yeah, is this his last race of the year? I don't know. I think so.
What was it with that tweet when they were like, "This is his last race," and it made it seem like he was retiring?
I don't remember. I didn't see it.
Well, it's his last like Cup race.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh no, dude!" Honestly,
it's his last race in that.
For another episode, when he's in the 2 car going to these road courses next year, I watch out for Cindric, dude. I mean, we know he's a playboy. The guy's ass spanked by Ty Gibbs on Saturday, but. When he goes to these road courses in that 2 car next year, I think that's going to be heavy time.
Yeah. I'm going to go with him just because of that funny tweet that made everyone think he was like retiring from racing.
A lot of people are putting money on Briscoe, and he's been having his best finishes at these road courses. Mm-hmm. He's a little road course guy. I think he's getting the best out of that 14 car he can. It is what it is with that team. I'm going to take Cindric as well because we all remember how he was at Road America before he blew up or whatever.
Exactly.
He was leading. So I'm going to take Cindric. I think he's going to be a real surprise here. Going to be a good show. We're going to go all the way to the back of the pack, way, way back. We're going to do Corey LaJoie or Bubba Wallace.
Corey LaJoie.
Thank you. I'm going LaJoie as well. He's getting as best he can out of that equipment. Shout out to Shoe. He's constantly getting like top 25s. And I mean, Bubba's either top 15 or 28th. I don't know what's going on over there. MJ needs to, check the, books and recalculate.
Man, that sucks too. Cause he finished 23rd. Oh, his number. Yeah, and MJ's there. I mean, that was
I did it for you, MJ.
Right. 23 for you, dog.
Yeah. I don't know, man. And that's the thing too, is like, I mean, we had all that crap last year, but like, I feel like the Bubba Wallace hype train has been like on pause for a couple months. I haven't heard shit.
Well, I think I mentioned this in the podcast. This is going to happen because NASCAR can hype him up all they want in the media, but if you don't produce on the track, nothing will happen.
No.
That's why with Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, William Byron, these other younger guys, they will continue to get momentum because they actually win.
Yeah.
If you don't win, no one's going to be your fan.
I remember like the first 10 races, people were like, let's go 2311 Bubba, bitch.
Right.
And then like lately I'm like, where's all them Bubba
It's
fans
only
at?
going to last so long if you don't start getting wins.
The second he cranks off a P9 finish. Oh yeah, I haven't heard nothing from the Bubba fans since Pocono when he gassed his way into a top 5.
Right. And then they were all like, oh, bitch, we proved you wrong.
Yeah, so that was the last time I heard anything
Look,
from
I
Bubba
get
fans.
it. I'm an Austin Dillon fan. I get like one win a year. I mean,
Dude,
so I'm not saying much, but you do need to get a win.
I want to start a new thing because I'm just about every day wearing some NASCAR memorabilia.
Mm-hmm.
We were headed to Hooters up there to the concert, and we stopped to get beer and ice.
You're really making me want Hooters. We need to get Chase and them are sponsored by Hooters. Damn it.
Hey, it's okay.
It's making me want Hooters now.
So we went up there, but we stopped at the gas station to get beer and ice, and there's like 2 lines. It's a big gas station. And I look over, and the guy's checking out. He's wearing a 2311 hat with a 2311 shirt. It's race day.
Wow.
And I'm wearing my Kevin shirt.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Kevin shirt, and I look at my wife, and I'm like, oh shit. I said, look, a Bubba fan in the wild. And I was like, he was over there. I wanted to be like, hey man, cool dude. But he was checking out and leaving, and like I was like, oh fuck. Like I
would have been cool to say what up. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, NASCAR fan. Like he was repping fucking Bubba.
I mean, you're in Georgia, so it's probably more common for you. Here in Texas, if I see I see like hipsters wearing retro NASCAR shit, and it pisses me off.
You want to talk about pissing me off?
I've been with my wife before where I'll go up and call out the people because I'll be like, oh yeah, what'd you think of that finish last week? Just to mess with them because I know they don't watch NASCAR. And then occasionally I'll see like an older guy with some NASCAR merch, and I know he's actually a fan, and I'll go up and talk to him because you rarely see them. So I'm like, dude, hell yeah.
I see Chase Elliott stuff more than anything. We're in we're in Georgia, and like the other day, we were driving to work, and I seen a guy on his truck. He had a 9 sticker, and I was like, hey, Chase Elliott fan, look. Then he had a Georgia Bulldog sticker, a Clemson sticker, a Patriots sticker. And I was like, this guy's confused as fuck.
Oh.
I was like, he doesn't know where. I was like, this guy doesn't know where the fuck he is.
I send those I take pictures of those cars and send them to my buddies. Yeah. Because it'll be like Dallas Cowboys, New York Yankees.
Yeah.
University of Florida and some shit.
Doing?
Yeah. You're like, come on, dude. You can't just pick the teams that win championships. That's bullshit.
I thought about a good thing, like, even for some content is like, I posted something the other day. I seen a Kevin emblem on a car, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Spotted is like, I want to start like
that's cool
in the wild segment or NASCAR in the wild. Do like a segment like NASCAR in the wild.
Unfortunately, I won't get many out here because you never see NASCAR stuff. But for you, if you could get
commonly,
stuff,
or you go in a gas station and you see like a cutout of 97.
No, you don't get that stuff here.
No, I see that regularly. The other day we were in downtown Atlanta.
I mean, you're in Georgia.
And there was a Kurt Busch fucking big window sticker in this fucking gas station that had nothing to do with NASCAR.
It was just a Monster ad.
Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, Kurt. And I was like, dude, I want to get out and start like
start doing in the wild. Hell yeah. When I'm in South Carolina visiting my parents, I'll see stuff like that. Because it's like they actually have NASCAR fans there. So 100% we should start doing that. If we see NASCAR stuff in the wild, let's take pics.
All right, bet.
And we're going to make that a segment.
We'll start doing it, making it a thing.
Okay, cool. All right, last at the line pick.
No, that was my one, Bubba and Corey.
Was that 5?
Yeah, it was 5.
Oh, shit.
But we got our locks of the week and wild cards coming up. Lock of the week, you already know. I'm going to steal it from your last week. We're going 9-car. The cheating fucking bastards. The cheating chases.
That's so funny because you gave me such a hard time last week about picking Chase as my lock of the week. So fuck you.
He's pissed, and Alan Gustafson's wrapping that car up with every cheating code he has.
You love Chase Elliott.
He is gonna win.
You love Chase Elliott,
dude.
It's so weird.
I hate to love him and love to hate him.
Like, I don't know what the gay marriage laws are in Georgia, but if it's pro, then you want to get married to
The
Chase
cheating
Elliott.
cuckolds of Chase Elliott are cheating all damn week at Indy, and he's pissed and he wants vengeance. Kyle Larson finishes P2. Quote this clip. I'm gonna post
Okay.
it. I'm gonna
All right,
call it.
here's my lock, and then we'll switch it to wild card. I'm going lock Kyle Larson and P2 Chase Elliott.
Wow, dude.
I'm just gonna reverse you.
Watch them both finish like 11th and 15th. Like some crazy
Clip this, bitch, and then they both just wreck or some shit. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So we're just gonna flip the Hendrick.
I'm okay with
Hendrick
it.
situation.
I'm okay with it.
What's your wild card? What you got?
Ooh. Well, I just like talked shit on how it's not gonna happen, but I don't have a choice. I'm gonna take Chase Briscoe in the 14 and say he won here last year in Xfinity. He got it done. And he's going to be a great wild card pick. And
but
have
didn't
one
you
of his
not
best...
pick him at the line?
Yes, I didn't. So the controversy of at the line knows no limits. So
you're just giving me a headache with your contradictions.
So Briscoe is going to actually, get his best finish of the year with a top 5 in the 14 car, and you can put money on that and take it to the bank.
Okay, I will not, but thank you. My wild card is going to be Tyler Reddick.
Ooh, I thought my other one was going to be Austin Cindric.
Okay. Tyler Reddick, I think, like I said earlier, is a sleeper road course guy. And he's at the point now where he's like, I need to lock in a win. You know what I mean? Like, he needs to lock his spot in.
Another thing that's going to help everybody at home and the drivers, we have practice and qualifying this week.
Right. Yeah.
If there's anything coming good from Indy Road Course, we have practice and qualifying this week. And it's music to my ears. And I fucking love it.
Yeah, I think Reddick is a guy that can excel at road courses. He's also a guy that can excel when you have to run the high line, in Miami. That type of racing, Hendrick excels in. And yeah, I could see him getting. I know he got a top 10 finish last weekend. Maybe he gets a top 5 this weekend. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think he's looking at the situation and going like, I'm not safe. I need to get the win. Daytona can go to anybody. If he could pull out a win at a road course, I mean, that would be huge.
Yeah. I mean, and that was another thing is like, well, we haven't, thought out, like, there could be some crazy fuel strategy, maybe. I don't know. Tires, fuel strategy, who knows? Like, we could maybe see some crazy winner. I'm going to say we have a previous winner win, but, who knows?
More than likely. It's a road course, so it's like, usually you get the usual suspects up there in the road course. But yeah, it'd be cool to see somebody else. I mean, I would love to see somebody else win. We joked about this at the beginning of the season. Are we going to see 16 winners? And if it happens
next week, we're going to be like, oh, fuck.
We joked about 16 winners at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
It is logistically possible at this point.
It could happen. Will it happen? Probably not, but
I can't believe that we're this close to the playoffs and it's still possible.
The week is the decider.
Right. Usually this close to the playoffs, it is not even possible. So It's pretty cool that it's even still a possibility. But yeah, to wrap it up, once again, we are brought to you by Yeats. 10% off discount code Chairgatin. Check it out, yeatsofficial.com. And then Yeti, we are brought to you by Yeti. If you want to buy anything Yeti, you have to use our link. It's in the description. Purchase it, and it gives us money. We like that. We like to have money. Yeah. So yeah. Thanks again, everybody, for stopping by. Our schedules have been weird ever since the 2-week break.
Crazy, like 2 months.
Yeah, ever since that 2-week break started, it has fucked us up. I got COVID. There weren't races. Just weird shit's been going on. So, yeah, we're gonna figure it out. It's probably you can't do Sunday. I can't do Monday. We're probably gonna have to do like a Tuesday or a Wednesday episode.
We'll get back to normal by the damn playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. And then we're obviously going to have a live episode from Darlington. That will be sweet. Have a lot of content for you in Darlington. Yeah, we'll definitely have 2 episodes next week, though. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, let's do next week.
We're going to get 2 episodes in, and we're going to try to get some guests. Hopefully Rusty can come on, and we can discuss that new NASCAR video game, because we got a lot to say about that.
Yeah, this really stays. It's going to be hot stuff.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. We'll see y'all real soon.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.